Today we're taking a look at the NBA match, which is happening on Friday, June 10, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on that game. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Cleveland Guardians vs Oakland Athletics. Our team pick is Cleveland minus 1.5 runs, and here is why. Oakland got off to an 8-6 start this season, but it has been one of the worst teams in baseball since then. The Athletics have gone 12-32 over their last 44 games, and they entered this series on an 8-game skid. They were swept by Houston, Boston and Atlanta in consecutive games, scoring 2 runs or fewer in 7 of the 8 losses. Oakland has unsurprisingly been the worst hitting team in baseball over the course of the season, batting at just a .210 clip as a team. The Athletics are in last place in the American League West and have the second worst record in baseball. Shortstop Elvis Andrus and second baseman Tony Kemp lead the struggling offense with 42 hits each. The lineup is not only batting at a poor average, but it also lacks power. 3 players are tied for the team lead with 5 home runs. They will be facing a Cleveland pitching staff that ranks 9th with an ERA of 3.66. Right-handed pitcher Paul Blackburn is going to start for Oakland on Friday night. He allowed 4 runs on 7 hits and 2 walks across 4 innings in a loss to Boston his last time out. Blackburn has now lost consecutive starts, and Saturday's appearance was his shortest of the year. However, he still brings a very strong 2.62 ERA through 58.1 innings into the start. The Guardians rank number 11 in the majors in team batting average, hitting at a .246 clip. Third baseman Jose Ramirez leads the way with 55 hits, including a team-best 14 home runs. Shortstop Aim Rosario has 48 hits, while Andres Gimenez has 45 hits. They are facing an Oakland pitching staff that is number 23 with an ERA of 4.30. Right-hander Triston McKenzie is going to start for Cleveland. He allowed 5 runs on 3 home runs across 7 innings against Baltimore in his last outing. All 3 hits he allowed left the yard, making his outing look much worse than it was. McKenzie brings a 3.10 ERA and 0.86 whip into the start. There really aren't many positive things to say about Oakland right now. The Athletics look like a team that refuses to spend money on players and ships away its good ones. They are probably going to wind up with the worst record in baseball this season, and I have no interest in backing them in this game. Cleveland has started to find its best form of the season, winning 8 out of 11 coming into the series. I do not recommend stepping in the way of a team on a long losing skid, especially when that poor form is not surprising. Our total pick is under 8. And here is why. Blackburn's much better this year when throwing away from Oakland Coliseum. The 28-year-old owns a 1.14 ERA in 6 away starts, and his whip drops to 0.98. There isn't much of a head-to-head history, but Blackburn has limited Ramirez to 2-7 with a double. And to finish up with a trend, the A's have been an under team this year, seeing 53.9% of their games go under, 28-24-6. I think we're in for a pitcher's duel tonight, and I'll be locking in the under. Atlanta Braves vs Pittsburgh Pirates. Our team pick is Pittsburgh. And here is why. Pittsburgh got off to a 5-4 start this season, but it has been at or below the .500 mark since then. However, the Pirates have been much improved from last season, at least as far as their record goes. They have the 3rd worst run differential in the majors, but their record is only 8th worst. Pittsburgh pulled off an impressive road sweep against the Dodgers at the end of May before opening June by taking 2 out of 3 against Arizona. The Pirates have lost 3 straight games since then, though. They have scored 3 or fewer runs in 5 straight games and are number 27 in the MLB in batting average, .224. Atlanta has suddenly flipped a switch after being one of the most disappointing teams in the league up until the end of May. The Braves were coming off a World Series title, but they were having trouble finding that level of success again this season. They have been able to find it in June, rattling off 8 straight wins following Thursday's 3-1 victory. The Braves still have a lot of room to make up in the NL East, but they have trimmed New York's lead to 6.5 games. They are also in a tie with San Francisco for the final NL wildcard spot. This is not going to be a popular pick in the slightest, but I think Pittsburgh has all the value as a huge underdog in this game. The Pirates actually out-hit the Braves on Thursday night, but some poor luck led to the 3-1 loss. They potentially have the pitching advantage in this game, which is where the value originates. Contreras has a sub-2.00 ERA so far this season, including 3 starts. It will be his first start against Atlanta. The pitcher usually has the upper hand in this scenario. Meanwhile, Strider has allowed 6 runs and 7 walks in 2 starts since opening the year as a reliever for Atlanta. Pittsburgh might only need a few runs to win this game outright. Our total pick is under 8, and here is why. Both Strider and Contreras have been impressive so far this season, with ERAs south of 3. While the Braves have impressed at the dish of late, the Pirates have struggled all season, ranking near the bottom in most defensive metrics. They lack much power and therefore are unlikely to pile up runs in bunches. Look for Strider to make quick work of them and keep up his solid start. Atlanta will have some success on the other end, but won't be able to carry this number alone. The under is 4-1 in the Pirates' last 5 A and NBSP, trend that will continue here. Houston Astros vs Miami Marlins. Our team pick is Houston Astros. And here is why. Miami was looking at a chance to sweep the Nationals at home Thursday after winning the first 2 games of the set. The Marlins entered Thursday night 4th in the NL East, 11.5 games behind the Mets for the top spot in the division race. Against Washington Wednesday, Miami got 3 hits from Garrett Cooper and a pair from Jorge Soler, though the game was scoreless after 9 innings. Willians Astudillo and Jesus Aguilar each drove in a run in the 10th for the walk-off win. Sandy Alcantara was brilliant, throwing 9 scoreless innings, allowing 6 hits with no walks and 6 strikeouts, yet didn't factor in the decision. Tanner Scott, 2-1, earned the win as he worked 1 inning, allowing 1 run, none earned, on 1 hit with no walks and 2 strikeouts. Houston dropped 2 of 3 from Seattle at home earlier in the week, but still have a nice cushion in the AL West race. The Astros entered Thursday night leading the division by a hefty 9.5 games over the Angels and Rangers. On Wednesday night, Houston got 3 hits from Yordan Alvarez, run, 2 RBI, while no other player had more than 1 in the game. Jose Urquidy, 5-3, was hit hard in taking the loss as he allowed 5 runs, 4 earned, on 7 hits, with 4 walks and 3 strikeouts over 4.1 innings. Houston was also hurt by base-running blunders as Jose Altuve was gunned down at the plate for the 2nd straight night. While Houston has a comfortable lead in the AL West, they have to be better both in situational hitting and in making better decisions on the base paths. Having Altuve thrown out at the plate in back-to-back games is concerning for an Astros team that has had their struggles putting runs on the board the last few weeks. Lopez has been stingy the majority of the season and does have the edge of being a relative unknown to most of these hitters for Houston. That will help keep the Marlins in the game. In the end, however, Houston is the better, more experienced, more talented team, and Miami can't do enough to prevent wasting a stellar outing from their starter. Take the Astros in this contest. Our total pick is under 8. And here is why. Both Pablo Lopez and Luis Garcia are 2 of the better young pitchers in the game today and should be able to compete in a pitcher's duel here. Lopez is 2-1 with a 1.41 ERA in 5 road starts this season, while Garcia has not allowed more than 3 earned runs in a single start in his previous 7 starts. It is difficult to see Miami scoring more than a couple of runs here, and Houston is scoring 3.25 runs per game in their last 4 home games. The under has hit in 6 of the previous 7 games played inside of Minute Maid Park, so go with under 8 runs. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.